Some food, hot chocolate, keep it moving.
Hunkering down after a major winter storm hits the region.
Through all this, we're getting there. Back roads are a little rough. Once I got out to the main road, it was a lot better.
Tonight, we are bracing for dangerous wind chills and a refreeze.
This thick layer, icy snowpack layer that makes it really slippery.
Our First Alert weather team has you covered. You've been counting on us to get you through this storm. Well, hopefully your shoveling is done and you are warming up. We are glad you're with us tonight. I'm NBC 10's Rosemary Connors. We made it. The storm is over. Now we're left to clean up, admire the snow, and get ready for a truly frigid night ahead. The wind will make it feel downright bone-chilling. Here's a live look at 17th Street and JFK Boulevard in Philadelphia. It will likely be a quiet Saturday night here in Center City. People at the shore are once again digging out. This is what it looks like in Atlantic City tonight. Look at that sunset. The storm hammered shore towns in what's already been a rough winter along the coast. You better believe we've got team coverage for you this evening. From Philadelphia to the shore, Stephen Fisher is also live in the South Jersey suburbs. Lauren Mayk is in Center City. Let's begin with NBC 10's Brian Sheehan. He's live for us in Avalon, where the last place you'd want to be on a day like today is the beach, Brian.
Yeah, that's certainly right, Rosemary. Our team of meteorologists say Avalon saw 15 inches of snow. You know, I've been coming here my entire life. I have never seen an event like what we saw here today. Neither did a lot of people that we met who were taking in this rare event. A snow day at the shore.
I love it.
A rare blizzard on the 7 Mile Island means a chance for kids like Brady and Maisie to jump from a giant snow mound outside Springers in Stone Harbor. Although Brady has one minor complaint.
I wish it was like a Monday.
Why's that, huh?
So I could miss school.
After a morning spent digging out, this family decided to venture out and take advantage of it while it lasts.
I think it's fantastic. Yeah. It's great just to hang out, walk around. It's wintertime. There's not a lot to do here. So to do, just take a walk with the snow with the kids.
Yeah.
It's fun.
What have you got? Down Dune Drive in Avalon, crews cleared sidewalks with snow blowers and shovels for the second time this month.
Kind of fluffy. It's light. It's not wet like last time.
Emergency officials across Cape May County didn't report any major issues during the storm. The roads were desolate for the most part, except for a few people coming out to see the rarity firsthand.
This is the first time I've ever seen snow down here, so I think it's gorgeous. It's definitely a little weird.
Meanwhile, in Sea Isle City, this couple from Horsham took a stroll from their vacation home to the ocean to see the Jersey Shore version of white sand beaches.
This is just unbelievable. Very fun. It's important to get out and enjoy life.
Decided we wanted to see the 10 inches of snow at the shore, and it's a little more than that, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Now, officials tell me that they're glad that those strong winds didn't cause power outages. Flooding was also not an issue with this storm. Now they're just ready for a warm-up. We're live in Avalon. I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News. Rosemary.
Yeah, I think that warm-up is coming a little bit later on this week. We'll get more on that in just a moment from meteorologist Steve Sosna. Stay warm yourself, Brian. Appreciate it. Hey, we want to give you an update on some transit services in New Jersey. Some of them remain suspended this evening. Bus, Riverline, and Access Link services will be back to normal starting tomorrow. Trains and light rail are running tonight. Let's go to Philadelphia, give you a live look along Broad Street, where we are in for a frigid and windy evening. NBC 10's Lauren Mayk joins us live from Center City. Lauren, you spent the day checking out the conditions. So what are you seeing at this hour?
Well, Rosemary, I'll tell you, when that wind hits your face, it certainly feels like the temperature drops. Now, just about an hour ago, Philadelphia lifted its snow emergency, and that means restrictions on snow emergency routes like this one have been lifted. Roads like this, the Ben Franklin Parkway, look pretty good, the big major roads. But if you are going out, keep in mind those smaller ones might not look the same after a snowy Saturday.
Pushing the snow from sidewalks and streets and brushing it from cars.
This isn't that bad. Like, it's a little bit heavy, but it's not super icy, so you don't have to, like, crack through the ice to get to the snow. It's just snow.
Gina Montoro today in Roxborough.
This is one of the tougher areas of the city when it snows.
Yeah, it can be, especially since we're at the top of a hill, so I'm kind of happy we don't have to go anywhere today.
The timing of a Saturday snowfall meant a lot of people could stay off the roads, and kids could bask in the fun stuff.
What do you like about the snow?
That you can throw snowballs.
This fluffy snow isn't the best snow for snowballs, so sometimes the kids just end up scooping it up and throwing it at each other. That wind carries the snow.
I did not know the wind was going to be this bad. Running out to Manayunk, my eyelashes were frozen. It was an experience.
But these runners weren't deterred along Kelly Drive today.
Who said we are going out even though it is snowing?
We're all crazy, yeah. We kept on texting each other, are you going? Are you sure you're going? He said, yep, I'm doing it.
The snow is the best.
So much fun.
For some, there was work to do.
Being that I put salt down last night, it got packed into it. So I had to break it away with the big shovel and then scoop the rest of it up.
His North Philly business has been here 40 years, so Errol Sutton has seen a lot of storms. This one now in the books.
Going back home for the rest of the day and relax until Monday.
A good idea. Well, Philadelphia says that its streets department will be out working overnight, and it will be concentrating tonight on those residential streets. One thing that they are contending with is that wind, which can almost knock the wind out of you. That has been blowing the snow back into the streets. Live in Center City, I'm Lauren Mayk, NBC 10 News.
The other thing they may be contending with, Lauren, are people who put out their trash cans to save their spots and create some hindrances for those crews to get out and about.
They may blow away.
Yeah, we'll see some of that. All right, thanks for that, Lauren. Appreciate it. Get warm. Our NBC 10 First Alert weather team has been very busy. NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Steve Sosna joins us now to tell us about some of the coldest weather of the season that's coming tonight. And Steve, before we get there, I got to say, you were talking about this storm 1 week ago. 1 week ago, we were sitting here saying, look, next weekend, just be prepared.
It was on our models. We did our best to try to hone in and make sure that everybody knew about it. And as we got better information, really just kind of warn people to stay off the roadways during that time where it would be most dangerous. And everything worked out. This is how you want it to play out. There were no major problems. That's exactly what we want to see. Life can start to resume and get back to normal here, where you have snow and slush-covered streets. Even here in the middle of Center City, Philadelphia, you see that. So watch your footing here. You know, a lot of you probably a little bit cabin fever going on. You want to get outside. Atlantic City on the boards, they are ice and snow covered. And here is why. Part of the reason, well, we have a new record in Atlantic City, 33.2 inches of snow for the month of January. Remember, earlier in the month, we started the month with a nor'easter that had about 14 inches of snow. So 16 inches out of this storm. You now have a new monthly record at the Jersey Shore. It's not just Atlantic City. Many of these communities have been buried. These records go back to the early 1940s. Some crazy snowfall amounts. And we told you this would happen. There would be some localized bands, 21 inches in Bayville, Ocean County, Absecon, Atlantic County, 18.5 inches. Atlantic City, 16 inches for a new daily record, too, down there. 14.8 inches in Sea Isle City. Down Township in Cumberland County, over 10 inches of snow. In Gloucester County, Newfield, over 10 inches of snow. We will be showing you Pennsylvania and Delaware totals here in less than 10 minutes, so stay with us. Live radar, there's the nor'easter moving out to sea. This was one heck of a storm. Did it rapidly intensify? Look at those heavier snow bands. Made it to the Lehigh Valley with the lighter snow, but the shore just got clobbered with that heavy snow. Now it's all about the cold. Look at this. Feels like 1 in the Lehigh Valley, 9 in the suburbs. Where do we go from here? A little deceiving. That biting, stinging wind will be around here tonight, so it feels like 1 below in Philadelphia and well below 0 in our suburbs. We'll get you into that 10-day forecast. We have that thaw coming our way. It's not a January thaw this year, a February thaw. More on that in here in just a few minutes. Rosemary.
I think it's going to feel like March or April.
People are going to be wearing shorts when it's in the 50s here.
Something to look forward to. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Thanks for that, Steve. Wouldn't it be great if you could shovel snow as fast as this time-lapse video? This is from Tom Feiner in Collingswood. South Jersey saw quite a few inches. Tom here got some help from his son, but a little snow got into his glove while he was shoveling, so he had to go inside and likely took a hot chocolate break. Don't blame you. You know, it's days like today when you learn what being a good neighbor truly means. This is Ken Blair of Media, Delaware County, who was up bright and early this morning with his snowplow. After every snowfall, Ken clears his own driveway, and then he takes care of his neighbors, especially those who are older, those who may have to go to work. Nice job, Ken. Looking good out there. So we have a tough winter task ahead of some of us, those who didn't get to this earlier today. Clearing away all that snow from the storm. Certainly a snowblower came in handy here in South Jersey. That's where NBC 10's Stephen Fisher is live for us tonight. He joins us from Cherry Hill to show us the conditions there. Stephen?
Rosemary, good evening. Yeah, neighbors here in Cherry Hill tell me they believe they got about 8 to 10 inches of snow. I also want to go ahead and show you just some of the roads here, because I will tell you they are improved, but you can see still slightly snow covered, and of course probably getting slick by the hour as we head into these really frigid temperatures in the evening here. But of course still a lot of cleanup to go around late this afternoon. Check this out. We caught up with Joe here in Cherry Hill, who after snow blowing his own driveway, he was then working on clearing off his neighbor's driveway. He says it's the most use he's gotten out of that snowblower since he got it, which was 2 years ago. Elsewhere in the neighborhood, we found plenty of people out with their shovels still late this afternoon, and also some were out trying to have some fun out on those sledding hills.
A lot of fun, a lot of work. You know, I'm a February baby, so I love the snow.
We got the shoveling done. The sun's going to go down a little bit, so we got to get them out of the house. They had asked they were trying to build their own sled in their own little hill. Came here. It's the perfect size for them. Get some energy out before the night.
Yeah, snow, of course, is gone, and Rosemary, the snow is one thing, but now it is just downright cold. It is windy, just making it a miserable time to be, whether you're standing out here or even driving out here. Most people just pack it in, stay inside for the rest of the night. We're live here in Cherry Hill. Stephen Fisher, NBC 10 News. Rosemary?
Yeah, you said it, Stephen. Not worth it unless you have to be out on the road. Thanks for that, and you stay safe yourself. Now, if you were driving earlier today, then you saw how dicey the conditions could be. I mean, it was slick out there. This is right along Kelly Drive at the height of the storm. Drivers were taking it easy in the messy conditions. In Burlington County, even walking was a bit tricky. This is what it looked like in Mount Laurel when the snow was really coming down earlier today. Oof. In Delaware County, snowplow drivers are resting up after that long Friday night and Saturday morning out on the roads. Crews had a lot of ground to cover during this latest storm. NBC 10's Johnny Archer spent the day in Delco, and he filed this report. Take a look.
The plows are out in Delaware County, snow-covered roads slowing things down for drivers along Baltimore Pike and Clifton Heights.
I'm going pretty slow. I'm going like 25, especially there's a big dip, a big hill on Garrett. So I just try to be as careful as possible.
Slippery conditions causing one car to get stuck while driving into this Wawa.
Tell me how you feel about this snow.
I hate it. I hate it. I do concrete for a living, and I just hate it.
While some dislike the snow, others don't mind it.
I love it. I love this weather. I even like shoveling, and I'm enjoying it right now as long as I can get home.
How you been holding up so far, though?
Good, man. Just hanging out, drinking coffee, you know, enjoying it from the inside. But when you got to go out and get stuff, it's terrible.
For many people, snow or no snow, they still have to work.
Despite the storm, you're still getting calls and you're working.
Listen, this morning we got at least about 70 calls in, you know what I mean? So I've been on the street since 3 o'clock this morning, and I intend to be on the street until as long as it takes, because we're necessary, you know what I mean? Drains stop up, people need them done. Just Drains LLC Philadelphia, we're here for you.
Rain or shine, sleet or snow, the job must get done. In Clifton Heights, Johnny Archer, NBC 10 News.